Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, so I have some exciting news for you guys. So, for the past year, basically, right before I moved into my apartment, when I finally got the approval that I was going to move into my apartment, I had this desire to get cats for my apartment, or a cat at least. So, I didn't know at first when I was going to get cats, when the best time was. Only because I had some other personal obligations that I had to get done, such as, one, at the time, I wasn't that far into my job, so I wanted to kind of more solidify the fact that, it was going to be more of a permanent thing and not just a temporary thing. On top of that, I wanted to make sure I settled into my apartment and got used to the idea of finally living on my own. And then on top of that, the one that I was dreading the most was after 2 years of not going to college, taking a 2-year break, basically, because of the pandemic, going back to college to finish my degree. And then obviously, because I was coming back in the fall semester, that meant obviously right after school had ended, it was the holidays. And that meant a big chunk of my money was going to be taken out. So I was talking to family members, and my mom was just like, "You've been talking about this for a year now. Just do it." My mom had a Shia LaBeouf moment. It was just like, "Just do it." I was like, "You know what? You're right, Mom. I will. I will just do it." And so for the past month or so, I've been preparing my apartment for cats. Obviously my bed is a little bit of a disaster still because I am still trying to clear it up. I'm still trying to clean up from the holidays. But I'm so excited. So there's no guarantee just yet about which cat I'm getting. Right now, I'm actually going to go to a shelter a couple miles away from me to actually meet two cats. Two boy cats. And the main reason why is because one of them is actually extremely shy. And I think they're a little worried that he's not gonna take to me well. Cat whisper powers, please. Bless me. I'm exhilarated and terrified and nervous, and I feel like I'm slightly having a panic and or anxiety attack. I don't know the difference right now. I'm just so, frazzled. But these two are a bonded pair. They, their names are Mango and Olaf. And they're adorable. I'll try to put a picture up to show you guys, and I'm very, very hopeful that I'm going to be meeting them, and I'm going to vibe well with them. As they told me, Olaf, they're both brothers, but Olaf is the one that will probably take to me a lot more than Mango will. Mango is the very, very shy one. And so I am cleaning up my bedroom, so obviously I don't want to stress them out because I do basically live in my bedroom. I do everything in my bedroom pretty much. So video recordings might be obviously a little scattered here and there because obviously I want them to settle in. But don't be surprised if you just see cat objects around the room in videos, but no cats. I have a feeling that they're probably gonna hide under the bed for at least the first 2 weeks. Or at least Mango will. So I've got to get going. I will try to give more updates on my phone, so when I get there, kind of do something there. I don't think I'll be able to video record my experience in there. One, especially the fact that I don't want to stress the cats out more than they probably already are stressed out. And basically just an update whether I do or do not vibe well with the cats, and basically what the staff says about what the next steps are. I'm hoping that if all goes well, I will be able to take them home today, that I'll be able to adopt them, but they may have other things that need to be done. I don't know if they've contacted my property manager already to let her know that I'm looking into this. I feel like they might have, otherwise they wouldn't have allowed me to do the meeting. As well as the fact of, there might be other things that they need to do with the cat. They may just not want me to take them home today because they might be super stressed. I don't know. I've never actually adopted an animal, especially from any shelter. So I have no idea how the process is working. But again, I'm hopeful that I am going to be able to take them home. I actually am going to be bringing over carriers and even treats for them. Let me show you one of the carriers actually. Okay, so I've made it to the shelter, and as per what I usually do is that if anybody gives me an appointment and says, hey, I want you to be here at this time, I'm really early. I'm like 20 minutes early. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I'm kind of looking at everything. They told me that I need to find a gazebo and then there'd be a door with a buzzer somewhere. I see a gazebo, but I don't know where exactly to go from there, so I feel like I'm gonna be fumbling, and I'm glad I got here a little early though, because yeah, I don't want them thinking like, oh, she's not here, and be like, no, I'm here, I just don't know where to go. Yeah. But, yeah, so because I was hastily also running out the door, I wasn't actually able to show you guys the crates or anything. So let me unbuckle here for a moment because I'm in park. Still a little nervous, still a little iffy about everything. Let me just, also don't mind my car. It's a little messy. So yeah, so there's one of the crates. And hopefully you can see, there's the other one. Yeah, so one of them is technically a dog's crate for small dogs. I don't think it necessarily matters obviously for animals, but I kind of had to rush yesterday because, so when I initially started this, I was only looking into getting one cat, and then I found originally a pair, an old pair. Their names were Little and Trouble, and they looked adorable and sweet and everything, and I was just like, I love them, but I can't adopt only one. I actually don't think that they were a bonded pair. I think they would have done fine just getting one, but I was like, they're brother and sister. It's like kind of like the idea, like if you adopt kids, it's like, well, you wouldn't adopt one of them if their brother or sister was there as well. You'd adopt all of them, their family. You don't separate family. So I originally went out and I had asked if they were available, but of course the day that they got back to me, I had checked the website prior and saw that the two that I wanted were adopted already. I mean, good on them. I'm glad that they found homes because they were senior cats, and I was a little afraid that no one was going to adopt them because I didn't see them getting adopted for like the last like 3 weeks prior. But these two, obviously, they've been on the website for a little while as well, but the only things I know about them is that they're about 8 years old, and I don't know, just, I don't think there's anything new that I haven't told you. Yeah, I'm still extremely nervous and extremely terrified. Oh. Yeah, so while I have some time to kill, let me tell you about my drive here. So this place is about 20 miles out from where I'm at. So when I said a couple miles, I meant 20. I got to see some really cool scenery. It wasn't as enjoyable as I would have liked it to be because there was some jerk who was on my bumper the whole way here. Yeah. Please don't be that person because, remember that at any point I can hit my brakes, and if you hit me, it's your fault. So, don't be that person, please. On top of that, I have precious cargo. And now that I'm gonna be a cat mom, that means I'm gonna go into like mother bear mode. I will do what I can to protect my babies. Yeah, also, so in that, going back to the whole thing about me scurrying out the door as well and getting ready for today. So the night before, I went out and I bought that dog crate. Because again, I wasn't sure if they were gonna be I don't know if they were gonna be letting me adopt them today or if it was gonna be later. So I went out and I bought the dog crate for one of them. And I kind of went with the whole mentality of, if they don't let me adopt these two, like if they just don't vibe well with me, and they say, yeah, we'll look into getting you another cat, and I'm only getting one, I'm like, that's fine. The other one will be the backup for if they puke or diarrhea, something. Let me try to bring one of these crates up. Here's some doggos. There's some doggos that are not happy. But yeah, so this is the crate, and inside I actually have, if I can open it at least somewhat, I have this nice Shemp fur liner in here, hoping it dried. It's a little moist on the bottom, but that's okay. I thought about getting these, one, just because I know that cats, most animals typically like the idea of having something furry, something that reminds them of their mother of some sort. If you've ever heard of the Abraham Maslow experiment with the monkey, where they had two surrogate mothers. One was a metal wired surrogate mother that provided food, and the other one was furry. The baby monkeys always went to the furry one for protection. They felt safer with the furry monkey. The furry surrogate monkey mother. And so I was like, hopefully if I adopt them today, and I bring them in with the fur, they will be okay and be a little bit more comforted. Only the best for my fur babies. On top of that, again, I brought treats just in case. Again, I don't know if they'll eat them on the way home, but I hope they will, because one, I want them to kind of know that, you know, being in the crate is an enjoyable experience, or, you know, it's a rewarding experience because they will get treated for it. But obviously, so that in the future they won't give me a hassle going into the crate. When I go home, obviously, I'll just leave the crates down on the floor and just open the doors in my bedroom so that they can, you know, just kind of wander or do whatever. Because the mats are removable as well, I'm in fear that because it's a 20-mile drive back, that they will not be happy campers. And though I'm going to try to drive as carefully as I can, because again, I have precious cargo in the car with me, or will have precious cargo in the car with me at the time, I'm a little afraid that they will throw up and get car sick. So, yeah. The pads, thankfully, are machine washable, so I was like, though it'll probably be a little bit easier to clean out the cage itself because it's plastic, I feel like I'm okay with the mats getting ruined a little bit more because they will be easier. You just take it out, excess goes into the trash, you just hand wash whatever you can off of the mat, and then you throw it in the washer dryer and, you know, set and forget. I'm all about that set and forget kind of deal. And just on top of that, again, this is metal, so I don't want I don't really want the metal stuff going near any water because I don't want this rusting up and then me have to go spend another, like, $30 to $50 on the cage, because they're not cheap. Even these stupid plastic ones. They're, like, really difficult to put together. Another thing I didn't realize, I'm a little upset about, is, so I have this second one back here, but as you can probably see, there is an opening on the top. And there was a good reason for it at the time when I asked to get one for Christmas, because of the fact of, yeah, I wanted to be able to, like, let the cat, like, either jump out of the top or, you know, kind of, like, open it from the top, as well as, like, give them, like, some extra lighting and some view, because I'm sure as a small animal, because I was like, for me as a kid, being a small child sitting in the back seat, it was constricting enough that I couldn't really see out the window, and because I couldn't see out the window, I got sick easily, which is why, again, this is another reason why we have booster seats now, because of the fact that, you know, kids get sick easily. So I can only imagine that for a cat, not being able to see out the window and see where you're going is terrifying. especially for the fact that you've just been caged up. So again, reasons why I brought treats, because I want them to have a pleasurable experience, and I will be asking the staff members if the treats I brought are okay, if they can have it, as well as just, you know, is it going to make them upset? If not, obviously, I'll buy more treats, I'll buy whatever specific brand they have. I just wanted to bring these just in case, because I also need to ask them, again, if I take them home, what type of food are they on at the moment, like what brand. I know from experience from my sister as well as our other cats, when you switch brands or switch foods and stuff like that, like going from wet to dry, it's not good for animals, specifically cats and dogs, so you want to make sure that if they are on another brand, that you kind of like either keep buying that brand, or if it's too expensive and you need to switch them down to something else, don't just go straight to the new brand, you know, ease them in. Buy a small bag of the old brand and then buy the big bag of the new brand, and, you know, mix it together until, like, they, you know, are used to it and they're not, like, having diarrhea and throwing up everywhere. Okay, I think I've talked enough. It's a little after 1:20, so I think I'm gonna start trying to figure out where that door is. And, again, I'll let you guys know if I was successful, if I'm going to be getting these kitties, or if I'm going to have to go hunting for other kitties. I really hope I'm not going to have to go hunting for other kitties, because that's going to be slightly disappointing. Alright guys, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so update. I got the kitties, but as you can see, neither one of them are in their crates, as per usual. They both ducked under the bed when I first came in. And, of course, when I checked under the bed, you see Mango there. Hi, Mango! So Mango's hiding under the bed. Funny story is literally, I'm like, I've only had these cats for 30 minutes now. And, I thought I lost one, because I came over here and I saw this mess. So one of them absolutely tried to hide behind my CDs, and I couldn't find Olaf, and I was like, where did Olaf go? And I'm like searching everywhere. Apparently Olaf decided to hide underneath my stuffy. You can't really see him. Oh, Olaf, I don't want to crush you with Mr. Smiley Christmas Man. There we go. Olaf. Olaf, look me. Olaf. Olaf. It's okay, bud. Okay. But yes, another home. Obviously the first couple weeks it's gonna be them just settling in. So yeah, more updates to come as they settle in. I'm so happy and excited, guys. Bye.